Hey friend, welcome to the Get Rooted in Health podcast. I'm Gabby Flater, a faith-led wife, mom of 3, certified nutrition consultant, personal trainer, and passionate about changing lives. I know how frustrating it can be to navigate the health and wellness world. You want to be motivated to prioritize your well-being and wish you were more educated when it comes to cultivating a healthy home. Maybe you're a mom who's completely burnt out and needs a fresh perspective on life, or you're searching for a place to feel seen, heard, and encouraged in a godly manner. No matter if you're doing the dishes, getting your sweat on, or drinking reheated coffee while watching the kids play, there is always an opportunity for growth. If you are ready to finally take action about these desires and are ready to learn, grow, and transform your mind, then you are in the right place. It's time to establish deeper roots so you can enjoy a more fruitful and fulfilling harvest. Let's dig in. Hello, friends. Welcome to the Get Rooted in Health podcast. My name is Gabby, and I am so grateful that you are here this week tuning in to grow, to learn, to soak up encouragement and knowledge and I guess I'll call my stuff wisdom. I hope to inspire and just bring, just wisdom and insight through my own journey and the things that I have learned along the way with my own journey through wellness, because it's never ending, in different seasons of life, because it's not going to look the same. It's just not like what my life was before to now. Like, it's not even comparable, and you have to take care of your body in different ways to serve the demands that it is, being asked of. And so just sharing the things that I learn and the things that I have experienced in hopes of helping you out on your journey, and then just life and other things. I'm very into just like self-sustaining, becoming just like reliant on ourselves. Obviously, like, I can't do that 100%. I don't have 20 acres of land and can do it all, but definitely the resources to be able to do that, but also using my home and skills and acquired skills, and the consistent showing up and the trial and error to keep trying things, so that we can be less dependent on stores or just companies that don't align with our values, because I feel like that has just become more and more known to me since 2020, and I'm sure a lot of you as well. And some of it doesn't matter to people, and to me, it can only matter so much because I gotta survive as a mom of littles. And if Target happens to not quite align with every single thing of mine, well, you better believe I'm still going to utilize Target pickup every now and again, because it saves my butt, and ain't no way in heck I'm bringing 3 little kids, soon to be 4, in the store for like 3 dang things, and I don't want to spend more than I have to. And so if I can just pick up a few things and not have to go in, it's lovely. But I really actually don't even use it that much. But, Amazon, that's a whole other story, and all those other things that I try my best. But again, we do what we can. And I'm always looking to sharpen my skills and talk to people to become resourceful in just what I can have access to, in terms, whether it's like food-wise or garden-wise or supplies-wise or just knowledge-wise, in terms of how to can or pressure can, or get books that I see homesteaders recommending. So I hope to share a lot of that here. I share a lot of motherhood stuff here, fitness related. So whether or not you're new here, it's so glad that you're here. And we cover a wide array of topics of just living a well life. That is what the goal is here at Rooted in Health, and just to be rooted firmly in your values and digging your roots deep to get yourself get a handle on, what it is exactly that you want for your family and for your life and for your future, and dig deep and nourish those goals and dreams, and keep showing up for them. And when you do, those roots become deeper and you become stronger and you become more beautiful. I mean, just picture the garden or picture trees, their roots and how deep they go. And when they're taken well care of, and the longer and longer that they continue to thrive, the stronger those roots are and the harder it is to knock it over or whatever. Like, I just picture the beautiful large oak tree, and just like, if you can think of that like your life, and how sturdy and how much you've withstood all of the trials and hardships, but you've continued to maintain strong, dig those roots deep. And because you did over and over again in those early stages, you've been able to endure the things that have come, and you were stronger because of them. You've gotten stronger because of them. And you've grown into this beautiful big oak tree. I don't know where that analogy came from, but here we are. So yeah, that is, in a quick nutshell, kind of what we're all about here. That was really deep, wasn't it? So I want to chat with you guys about something. So this month, February, is kind of it is a big deal. It's a big deal because I'm going to touch on a topic that probably a lot of you, or I don't know, maybe some of you, can relate to in terms of, let's just say, home-based business, side hustle, network marketing, extra income, like that, those trigger words, okay? And I have had, I'm here to share my journey, and this is, a platform that I can do that, and you are welcome here. And I am choosing to share this in light of what I now see, and I respect not everyone sees things the same. Not everyone is going to agree. Not everyone is going to understand. But maybe this gives you the freedom to, I don't know, maybe it'll open your eyes or your heart or whatever it might be, as I share a little bit of my past to where I've come today. So February was, in 2019, was the month that my whole, I don't want to say future, but I guess, yeah, future of what I thought was going to be like my forever, like, completely changed. And this is because of my late friend Sandi, who passed away in a year after this. I will try to not get emotional. And so, okay, let's back up. So basically, this podcast is just all about, like, the biggest leap of faith I feel like I've ever taken in business and my personal life. It was a really big step. It was a big deal. Because when you commit to something and you go all in, especially when it comes to a side hustle, I'm just using these terms because I know people can relate to them. I really cringe when I hear these things, / like network marketing type things. You're like all in, or you're not, kind of a thing. And yeah, so back in 2015, I had just finished up my online course. I had gone to through a college course, the online, or the natural, oh my gosh, I can't even remember it now. College of Natural Healing. There we go. This was years ago. I knew I wanted to get into health and wellness. And I learned of this place, and so I just did it all online. And I got my certification in nutritional consulting through them. And I didn't quite know my next steps yet, and I wasn't sure. I had met Sandi a number of months later after that through a running injury that I happened to actually have. We were supposed to run, and I had to cancel on her, and I said, I'm so sorry. I got my IT band is all messed up. I'm completely a mess. I can't run. And she was like, oh my gosh, no worries. Actually, do you want to just come over? My husband's a PT. He could help you out. And the rest is history. Her husband would tell you that. He's still very close to our family. And so when I went there, we hit it off right away when I met her. We just connected and bonded and got to know her, and she shared her love for a wellness company called Isogenics. And so that was new to me and sounded exciting, and I learned about it, and my husband and I, we talked with her about it and met some other people and sat down, and it was a big decision, a big life decision. And I was like, I see this door opening, and I feel I want to do it. And so jumped in, and we did it all together. I mean, everything. We did Facebook challenges and, like the weight loss, or just like the 30-day challenge or the 90-day, and the shakes and the cleanse days. And we went to every event that we could under the sun. I made it happen. I would travel way more than I do now. And honestly, it was so fun. It was great. I learned so much. If it weren't for that, I wouldn't have met or been exposed to such high-level thinking and teaching and entrepreneurs in general, actually. It just actually was super awesome. Even though I'm not there today, it opened the door for me to see the possibilities of entrepreneurship and what it looked like for different people, and people that had podcasts or had written books, or how to have, growth mindsets, and like people that were like self-development and all these things. And I was like, wow, I soaked it all up, and I loved it. I did. And it was a really great stepping stone in life. Even though now, as I look back, I do cringe a little bit at some of the things that I did and said, and even though I helped people, and I know some of you on here, I've helped you. We did Isogenics together, and I'm so grateful for you, and for you even trusting me here today, because we're allowed. We have permission to morph. We should have permission to change and grow, and not be expected to be perfect right away. Like, we learn, we grow. And so this was something that we were in for, Sandi was doing it maybe a couple years before me. I don't remember exactly how long, but it was a good solid 4 to 5 years that I was involved with Isogenics. Let's see. So December of 2015, literally, I remember we were in the middle of like needing to move. I got my first box that month in December, and we were moving into our new home in December at some point in 2015. And then February 2019. So just over 5. It was like 4 years basically. Felt like a lifetime. And again, it was a stepping stone, and it brought so much goodness into my life. It allowed me to connect with people, and just give me a starting point. It gave me, just a start, and I'm grateful for it. But I'm also grateful for where I am today and where Sandi was led. And she and I bonded over everything. Not just business related. It was just like life and everything. And so things with our Isagenix business, they ebbed and they flowed. Really hard to maintain retention. These products were flashy and high-end and expensive. They've even raised prices since COVID, I noticed. And it was really hard to let go. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't really know how to live life without it. Which is crazy. And yeah, people that we had shared this with and were coaching, they just couldn't sustain it. And it was hard. Again, retention. And the money that was being spent was more than what was coming in. And we were burning out. But we didn't really want to admit it to each other. And it took until Sandi was willing to have a really hard conversation with me to open the door to a new opportunity. And I'm really grateful that she did. She had in the works for a little while been connecting with someone that she had reconnected with on Facebook, had seen what she had been up to, and that she had changed over from same company we were at and was starting to talk about something else, and just how it was a breath of fresh air and all of these things. And she had some phone calls, and so she did her homework. Before talking with me, because she wanted to make sure that this was going to be, she knew I had Winston at that time and one more on the way. And let's see. Yes, because my second was born June of 19. So yeah, she knew that another was on the way, and so that this was a big deal for me to make a change, and it had to be in the best interest of my family, or it was going to be a no-go. So she sat me down at a coffee shop. Alex was like, why is she asking to get coffee with you? You guys see each other every day of the week. What? I'm like, she wants to see me alone. Like, here, you take Winston and I'll see you later. And it just felt like something was up. And she immediately started crying because she was not sure that I was going to say yes, that I would come along, that I would see things the way she saw it. And I couldn't believe the words that came out of her mouth when she said that she was leaving Isagenix. And I was like, oh my, like, oh, I like couldn't breathe for a moment. I was like, you what? Like, she gave off the vibe that, like, this was it. This was home. This was what we're doing. We're all in. We drank the juice. And now I'm leaving. And again, don't we have permission? We have permission and freedom to change and to grow and to learn from prior experience and feel led to go in other directions. And so I listened to her and I cried with her. And I said, I have no idea what we're doing, but count me in. Of course I'm going with you. Why would I not? We do everything together. How could you make a change and I not make the change and we still hang out? Like, that doesn't seem to make sense. And I think she just felt so relieved. And yeah, I remember that conversation like it was yesterday. And, you know, she admitted the feelings that were going on. Like, we had just attended a huge event for Isagenix a month earlier. But neither of us wanted to admit our frustrations with where we were at with that. And so I'm grateful that she did. Because fast forward, in March of 2020, she passes away. And 3 days later, COVID hits the world. And our lives are completely changed forever. And if I were still where I was, I don't even really know. I can't really tell you what I would have done or where I would have been, but I would not have been in the place that I am today, so well taken care of, supported by people in an environment that has always been there, and leaders and mentors, and a reliable system to cling to, and just to be able to show up differently in these different seasons of life since I've been here. And February of this year, this month, marks 4 years for me being with a new company. I realized that I never mentioned, as I said, that she was saying she was leaving. Well, where is she going? I'm getting there. It's all a story. It's all a process. And this is kind of the first time I'm really hashing this out, like verbally. And so she had stumbled across an online wellness store called Melaleuca. And they are over 35 years old. I'm not even 35 years old. So they're older than me. And I've only heard of them for the last 4 years. That's crazy. Crazy. So it made me wonder how many other people had never heard of them. And yeah, granted everything that had gone on in the world, I don't know what I would have done without it, because it saved me and my family. And I was able to help so many other families, and so many other people within this company have been able to help so many other families save money and time and be healthy and bring in income when their world was shattering and they were not making it. And you're supporting American made, and you're supporting family owned businesses. I mean, that's what it's about, and that is what I love about it. And it was a big thing. And I remember I said yes to Sandi. Alex and I watched a video. We watched an overview. Probably that same day, that evening, I don't know, or the next day. And within 24 hours, I had my first order placed, and I was already going to be on a call with our, up leaders and mentors that Sandi had chatted with, and the rest is history. And it has completely opened my eyes and changed my perspective on certain things. It makes more sense for our family. It makes more sense for so many other families. And I get to help other families be able to be healthier in an easier, more affordable way just by referring them. I don't have to spend that much time doing that. It's as easy as me finding a sale at Costco or Target and being like, oh my gosh, you need to go to Costco because their Greek yogurt's on sale, or their organic chicken is this, or I found this cute shirt there and you got to go get it, or whatever. And it's literally the same. If you love it, you would share it and refer it. I don't have to be an expert on anything. I don't have to hold challenges. I don't need to spend more than I make. And I didn't have to do the business. I didn't have to. But of course, that's my personality, and that's me, and that's what I wanted to dive into that as well. It didn't cost me anymore. Just my time and energy and mental, space and to learn and to grow. And it's just been a breath of fresh air. And I can truly say that I would not have made it with Isogenics very pleasantly. I would have felt very lost without Sandi, because there was nothing else after her for me. And the fact that she found this before we knew of her cancer diagnosis a year later, and then that my life was going to be a complete not a train wreck, but just, there were so many things happening in my life from 2019 to basically the start of this year, 23. I mean, last year actually was a breath of fresh air. It was a little bit of a reprieve. So I guess I would say more from 2019 to 2022. Those were some pretty deep, heavy years with some trials and things thrown my way. And Melaleuca just made sense. And I'm so grateful that the door was opened and that I seriously look back and I'm like, God totally opened that door. And he allowed my heart to be open to it, whether or not I knew what the heck I was doing. I didn't even know. I was like, what do you mean? We're leaving isogenics. I'm not buying shakes. I'm not, like, what do I eat? What do we eat? My husband's like, what do I eat? You just finally got me onto these things. And I've been, we did eat food, but like just that whole like mindset and mentality, and like, this is what we built our life around. And yes, I'm building my life around something new like this, but it's more lifestyle-ish, and it's not flashy, and it's not hype, and it's not pricey, and it's for, not for everyone, but I feel like it's for everyone. Like, who doesn't want to live a healthier life? And if you live in America, why would you not want to buy American made? Why would you not utilize online shopping, especially as a mom? I love going to the stores. I enjoy grocery shopping and things, but man, when you got little kids, it's hard sometimes. But even as they get older, like, online shopping, I mean, it's just like the thing these days. And if this has been around for over 35 years, I mean, people were online shopping back then. And yeah, it just makes sense. The mission of the company, enhancing the lives of people and wanting them to succeed in health, and if it is business, in their finances, being debt-free is a big deal. Like, I feel like it's very down to earth and earthy and very business-like. It's not hype business-like or like flashy. Cause man, I look back and I'm like, yep, I did it. I did that. And I'm like, and I don't think I like what I was doing. And Melaleuca has very, very specific ways in which you can promote online. Like, they don't just want you blasting Melaleuca like it's nobody's business. Isogenics could have cared less. Other companies, I mean, hey, they're free to do what they want. And again, I know I'm stepping on toes maybe, but my eyes were opened to a whole different realm of just connecting with people. And this even got me out of my hole even more, got me out of my comfort zone even more. And I started to have different and new conversations with people. I was on the phone a lot more. And I grew even more. And I grew as a leader. And I'm just grateful for being willing to just take that leap. And that Sandi was. God worked in her and gave her a nudge exactly at the right time. We didn't know what was coming a year later. So we had enough time, not long enough, but enough time for both of us to dig in deep together, for me to feel okay when she left this world. And I still had people there for me. And I still do, the same people. I have the same people whether or not I've been 100% in it or not. They know me. They know my story. They know where I'm at. They know the seasons of life I've been through. And they love me and they welcome me and they are cheering for me and rooting for me. But if anything, I'm still going to shop here. Like, I love it. I love shopping at the wellness store. And it's opened the door for more opportunity and more freedom. And yeah, it's just been great. And so, like I said, they're over 35 years old. It's probably like 38 years now. I'm not really sure. And pushing 40. And they have over 500 products at this store. And it's just like a shopping club. And I get to come here and buy everything that my family needs. And yes, I am someone who is like, I read labels and I'm very like, I feel like crunchy is now like not the term I want to identify with as a mom, but like I know that people know what I mean. But I can only be so crunchy, okay? Like I can only do so much. I can't make every single product. I used to try to make my own laundry detergent. I used to try to make, all these things, or like I would try and buy cleaner brands, and I was just buying. I never was consistent. I was buying things from other companies, and they were more expensive, or I was buying things from Target and Walmart that were so-called, cleaning products or shampoos or whatever, and I just never landed on anything. And so when I came here and I saw all that they had, and I was like, I could just get everything from here and just, and I learned about the integrity and their ingredient philosophy and all of this stuff. I was like, this is great. I don't have to worry about a dang thing. No childproof caps in any of the cleaners. Sold. You don't have to tell me anymore. Not that I want my kid drinking it, but you got me sold, because that just tells me there's nothing to worry about. And I don't need every single heavy product breakdown of ingredients and every single thing. So I just jumped in, and I was like, I'm just going to try it. And if I don't like it or it doesn't work for our family, then I'll, obviously just stop. But what is the worst that could happen? I mean, these are things I'm buying in the stores or trying to buy. And I knew that cleaning products and beauty products were my last big things in my home that I was really struggling with finding something to rely on. And I came here and just, slowly started to implement things. I started with a whole package of cleaning stuff, and I have not changed one thing. 4 years later, and I'm still using the same laundry detergent that only requires a teaspoon for my load. That's it. And it's amazing. Cleaners, it's all safe for me to use even while pregnant. Safe for my kids to grab and use. I don't have to worry about it. And they smell great. So it's wonderful. They're very eco-friendly. They're very environmental focused, and shipping is fast. It's just like non-toxic Amazon basically, and it just made sense. And so, like I said, I've been here 4 years, and they've only grown in more of their products and more of their sales, especially since 2020. I mean, you can imagine the amount of people that were like, what do I do? Where do I go shop? Or how do I make more money? Melaleuca has been that vehicle for people. And it's crazy to see, even though they're such an old company, that they had their best year. Like, they just keep climbing. There's just so much, and there's so much to be said with that, and the integrity that's here. I mean, you look at some of the events that do go on, and they're not like anything. It's nothing like what I was doing with Isogenics, and I'm grateful. I never have once felt burnt out here. I've never felt like, what's the word? Like I've had to drink the juice. Like, yes, I have to learn and educate myself on the company and the products and be a walking and talking billboard in a sense, but like it's connecting on a real level and in a real way, in a less, I don't know, flashy hype way. And I don't know if any of that makes sense. It makes sense in my world because where I came from, it just is so different. It's a breath of fresh air in the way that I get to talk with people and invite them to come take a look. I don't have to sell them a $500 weight loss package and them not have even spent money on the rest of their family's needs. Like, that's bonkers. Here, spend $300 on yourself. And it's only going to take care of a 30-day supply of this weight loss stuff. No, I'm sorry. It's just not ideal. It's not long lasting and sustaining. And it didn't cover nearly all the bases that like Melaleuca can cover for your family and your family's needs. You're buying wipes for your baby's butts. You're buying toothpaste. Buying organic coffee. You're getting your essential oils here. Like, everything. I could spend $100 and get a handful of things from different aisles of the store and be good. And have it shipped to my door. They do have protein bars and vegan and plant and whey-based, protein shakes and stuff, but that's not their main mission. They do have a support for people that are looking to implement some of their healthy products or their nutrition products alongside eating whole foods and all of that and exercising, for sure. But you don't have to go and spend $300, $400, $500 on just solely that and then have nothing left for your family. And so that was getting hard to continue to put the front on. So many people had left that company and came here. It's been insane. I've watched people I didn't even realize. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know. Like, it's like we have a little community of former Isogenics, and we've all had such just a journey and a story and a breath of fresh air over here. And it's just so interesting. It's fascinating to me to see the change and the similarities in our stories of what we thought we were doing and what we have here. It's very interesting. So the reason I share this isn't to sell you on Melaleuca. But always, of course, yes, would love to have the conversation with you. I'm going to share one more thing here in a moment that they do also, or they will also be offering to their shoppers, which is so exciting. But my biggest reason for sharing this was, first of all, like documenting like such a big thing that happened in my life and verbally having it here on recording. I think it's really cool to have this. And to honor Sandi through that, and the story and the, I can see in hindsight the things and I can see the stepping stones. And so I don't know where you're at in life and I don't know what season of life or where you've been or if you're burnt out or if you're struggling, but maybe I gave you permission to question. Maybe I gave you the push to take that leap of faith, whatever it is, wherever you feel you need to go. I had an identity with Isogenics, a big identity. I had some people kind of attack me, and it was ugly. I had people saying things about me. I had people afraid, like, because I was leaving. And, it kind of made things come out of the works, the people that were like, I don't know. There was just fear, and some ugly things were said and done, and people were blocked, online and things like that, and it was just kind of sad to have that happen. One of my mentors, who started our Team Freedom, came from Isogenics, and his sweet family was in court because they were having things filed against them. And it's like, it was just ridiculous and it was sad. And And so I hope that I give you the permission to move in the direction and the nudge that you may be feeling, and don't feel that you have to stay bound to whatever it is that you're doing if it doesn't feel like it's the fit for you anymore, or you've grown but you're just doing it to do it. You're not willing to be honest with yourself or with a teammate. I've watched plenty of people come and go out of different things. And there's one person I've recently seen who was, I don't know. People can say what they want online. People can say all that they want and how successful they are and promote all this stuff. And anyway, she left a company that she was with and doing really well, but she felt God calling her to focus more on blogging and a book and helping women with something else. And she's done. And I couldn't believe it, because I was like, this girl, she is hyped up on this company. And, I'm trying to be discreet and not share like crazy info, but like, holy smokes. I was like, I commended her and I said, hey, I see you made a really big change for your family and for your life and for your mission and business. And man, I'm sure that wasn't easy. And so it's just been neat sometimes to have those conversations with people. But yeah, wherever you're at, I hope that I can encourage you. You don't know the doors that God has to be opened for you if you're not willing to close one and open a new one, and try something. Maybe there's something that's been knocking at your doorstep a handful of times. And my goal here is to never push things on people. It's a night and day difference from where I was to what I get to do now. And I love it. And I love that it's an accessory in my life, in a vehicle that I can use to not only enhance the life of me and my family, but I can use it to enhance the lives of others if I so choose to share and be willing to be bold and have conversations. Because extra streams of income these days is a big deal. If you only have one stream of income, that's kind of a scary thing, especially with what's going on in the world. There's inflation, economic changes, there's always the rise in more technology, and so you could be out your job, whatever it might be, because it can be replaced, or they don't need as many people anymore. And yeah, it just gives you another little vehicle. And so while we have been very focused on, we've set up our life where we knew we wanted me to be a stay-at-home mom and that we would rely solely on my husband's income. We have done that, and we still do, and it has worked for our family, aside from the little bit that I will bring in on the side, and in hopes of, it would be amazing if I could grow more and more. But I understand that the seasons of my life, like I'm not quite at a place where I'm just ready to like go ham and give up everything, all my focus on my kids, because my husband is not able to take the kids all the time, so that I could, take my business and things to the next level. Like, I don't want to sacrifice every single thing just for pennies. It's not just about the money, and money doesn't tend to drive me. It's exciting, it's awesome, but it's people, and it's time, and it's cultivating community, and I really love that. So it's not always about the money for me, but I always see the opportunity, and I always know it's there, and I'm willing to work for it when those times come. So the other thing that I wanted to mention so I've been a shopper here at Melaleuca for 4 years now, and they have now just announced that they are going to be offering their very own Beef Box subscription. This is so exciting, but it's so crazy the amount of people that I have talked to or informed about this that have told me that I buy a cow from this person, or me and my parents, we split a cow, or my parents own this farm. I get a quarter cow. I'm like, that's awesome. Like, I love, love, love that. I think that is so awesome to hear that so many people have started to do that. But this just opens the door for so many more people to have access to high quality beef without the crazy price tags that some companies will get you with. So Melaleuca has invested in the last 27 years, have been working on, they have invested in their very own breeding, high quality breeding cattle. They will raise all of their own animals. They will feed them on their own pastures, that they will have no antibiotics, no pesticides, no GMOs, no growth hormones, none of that. It's all the no nothings. And then they have built their own manufacturing plant where they will do all of the processing of the meat and the manufacturing and the shipping. And that just blows my mind, because this is what it's about. It's just giving people access to such amazing, high quality, not scammy products. This doesn't leave their site, and they have high standards, and without the price tag. Like, you're gonna have to pay for it, but they compared it to other beef boxes out there, and they did a good job. And so I'm really excited. That starts in April. We're gonna start it up on an every other month thing for now. We are actually supposed to be getting a cow from my parents at the end of this year, so we'll see. We'll probably end up splitting that cow with someone because we don't need a whole cow. But for now, relying on Melaleuca for that, and just I love that I get to add that as a little addition to share with people, because people are gonna love that. And so that's just, it's so exciting. But yeah, I'm here, and I don't feel that I'm, it's hard for me to say, like, I'm not going anywhere. Because, I said that same thing somewhere else. But yeah, my eyes have been opened because of the leap of faith that I was willing to take, that my friend was willing to take. So if you ever have people that are knocking at your door, like, give them a chance, have a conversation, be in tune with your values, and when something isn't going to align with where you're at in life. If you're feeling burnt out, if you're feeling like, this isn't me, like, I don't like what I've become just to put on a front for, like, what I'm promoting, and that's kind of where I ended up getting to, and I didn't really like it, and I feel like I've been able to morph into something even better since coming to Melaleuca, and it's brought some really awesome people into my circle, into my community, and just being able to help so many other moms, especially who are in the season that I'm in, for sure, and that value, wanting to raise their kids in a healthy environment, have healthy homes, be able to afford it, not have to always be in the stores, and when they do get to go to the stores, they just get to enjoy themselves. Like, I could just go to Target to walk around and buy some cute stuff, not have to figure out, if this product is clean and is it worth spending the money on, or signing up for this subscription and that company and this product and buying all my things left and right. Like, it just made sense, and it's all a one-stop shop. And there's no questioning the values of the company and what their integrity is and what they're willing to stand for. That is huge, really huge. USA made. I'm all about it. And just better for our family, better for me. And I get deals and coupons. Like, hey, it's just like shopping. So, wherever you're at in life, just be open to opportunities, even if they seem really, really hard. Because the one that I was open to was exactly what I was meant to be open to before my life completely got flipped upside down and I was going to need something to rely on, because I did not want to go to stores, especially in 2020 and 2021. I rarely, I wanted to avoid the heck out of it because I didn't want to wear masks. I didn't want to put masks on my kids. I didn't want to. I didn't want to. I didn't want to do it all. I didn't want to play the game. And Melaleuca allowed me to still take care of my family and not have inflation, not have things run out. There, like, nothing was out of stock. They had to put a couple limits on a couple things so people wouldn't buy it out like crazy. But they saw the trends coming and they knew. So the founder of Melaleuca, he is big in the economics world. He follows trends. He's big into all of that, and he saw it coming. And he stocked up on all the sanitizing stuff, everything, all the supplies before it even hit. Because he was getting word and seeing things and hearing things. And he took care of his Melaleuca shoppers the best way he could. And he did it. He did it. And made sure that everybody had access to everything they needed to keep their family healthy through those years and moving on. And that's my story. That's my story from one network marketing company / MLM to just online referral-based business. I'm not here to build on my left leg and my right leg. I'm not here to sell flashy, high-end wellness products. I'm here to help people live a well and healthy life that is affordable, that is in line with our nation, meaning like it comes from here. It's not made in China. It's not, and I even learned things about Isogenics and where some of their products did come from, and things that were kind of shady about certain sourcing and things. And I just was like, I don't think I need to know anymore. And, not any company is going to be perfect. And I commend you for wherever you're at and you are going at it and you are successful and you are just loving it, then do it. I want you to succeed and be happy and thrive exactly where you're meant to be. We're not all meant to be the same person and help people in the same ways. So we all have a journey, we all have a story, and we all have permission to grow, to change, to leave, to move on, to become different in our thinking and in our ways. And I was afraid of that. I was really afraid of that. But I can see the beauty that's come from it because I've allowed myself the freedom to, and it's exposed me to so much more and given me so much more, freedom and room to grow and help others in new ways. So with that being said, thank you so much for hanging around if you stuck this long. And I would love feedback on anything. If you need a place to chat, obviously just hit me up on any of the platforms that you have me on. I love getting to hear feedback from you guys about these episodes, the messages that come through, and just knowing that you guys are listening and are being touched. And so if you have not left a rating or a review for this show, that is one amazing way that you can support the Get Rooted in Health podcast in a free way. I read all of them, and I value all of them. You can share this episode with anyone, super simple, that you can just copy the link or screenshot and say, hey, go look this girl up, and share that so that we can continue to grow this podcast this year. We are coming into almost a year of this podcast being out, which is bonkers. But again, thank you for tuning in. Have an amazing week. I hope these are great things for you to ponder on and think on and pray on. reflect on and journal. And I look forward to seeing where your life and your choices take you. All right, be well, friends. We will chat again next time.